Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Young Family in our YouTube channel. Today is March 20th, 2024. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to repot my blueberry bush from a small container to a bigger container. Meanwhile, I'm going to show you how to make your own acidic soil for any acid-loving plants. Stay tuned. Let's check out right here. This is my blueberry bush. It is pretty small, you can see here, but right now it is blooming. You can see the white flowers enclosed. So actually the variety for this blueberry, it is called blue crop. I purchased this blueberry plant in February this year. Early this month, I once made a video specifically talking about this blueberry plant regarding how to select your own variety. And also I talk about pollination. If you're interested, you can go back and check out my YouTube channel. I posted this video on my YouTube channel. And also I put a link down below in the description. You can click it and watch it later. Actually, the best time for blueberry to transplant or repot is in the fall, winter, or early spring. Actually, last month, I just mentioned in February, actually less than 1 month ago, when I purchased this blueberry plant, that time I cannot see any leaves. I can only see very tiny the leaf buds. I cannot see any leaves like this one. So you know, actually just 1 month later, you can see a lot of new shoots, new leaves. So that means it grows really fast, and also it is blooming right now. So the reason why I want to repot this blueberry plant, because this pot, you know, that this plant is still in the original pot. It's pretty small. I think less than 1 gallon size. So I want to repot to a bigger container. So the container I'm going to choose is this one. You can compare it with original pot. You see the big difference, really big. So the size, I'm not sure exactly. I only see the label right here, XY15, number 15. So I check online, probably this pot size is about 10 to 15 gallon size. I think right now, the size is perfect for this plant. Actually, repot the plant is pretty easy. I have a lot of experience to show you how to repot plant from small container to a bigger container. Let me show you one plant. Okay, as you can see here, this is a big pot. Actually, you know, the nursery told me this pot is about like a 25 to 30 gallon size. It is pretty big actually, to be honest. My hand is put right here. You can compare. So actually, I think a couple months ago, I repotted this lemon tree from a small container to this really big container. You can see the lemon tree is very healthy, very happy. A lot of flowers, they are blooming right now, and a lot of bees, you know, flying around. It's right here, you see. And the, you know, the baby lemons, right? The baby lemons everywhere. And also there's some lemons I think I produced last year, because actually, you know, the lemon tree can bloom all year round. But anyway, so even though I repotted this bigger container, I don't have any problem. Okay, the reason why I show you I repot the lemon tree, I just want to convince you, don't be afraid to repot plants from a small container to a bigger container. So basically, it's pretty easy. So actually, when you repot a small plant from small container to bigger container, you have to choose some, you know, the potting mix. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make your acidic soil specifically for this plant, because blueberry plant is acid loving plant. It needs some special, you know, the requirements, then they can thrive. So just as I mentioned, except for lower soil pH requirements, blueberry, just like any other plants, nothing special. Any light, rich, well-drained soil would be ideal for this plant. So okay, for blueberry plant, it can thrive in a lower soil pH. So basically, blueberry plant can tolerate pH from 4.0 to 5.5. The ideal pH for blueberry is 4.5. So how to get acidic soil for blueberry plant? In today's video, because I'm going to transplant this blueberry bush from a small container to a bigger container, so it might be easy for this one, because if you transplant a blueberry plant into the ground, it might be a little bit hard for you to achieve these requirements. So right now you can see this blueberry is pretty happy and healthy in this small container. So basically this is original from the nursery. It's professional. So let's take a look at what kind of the potting mix this blueberry is planted in this container. So you can see at the top it's kind of like a small wood chips. So let me move around here and we can see a little bit deep what kind of potting mix. You can see kind of this one is kind of peat moss. You see here, it's kind of peat moss. So later we're going to pull out this plant, we're going to check later, but this kind of peat moss. So as we know, speculum peat moss is kind of acidic amendments. Okay guys, check out right here. I have one big bag. It is called speculum peat moss. So basically, if we check out the back, you can see here the product of Canada. So basically, they said 100% Canadian speculum peat moss. So basically, based on the website, they said some website said only pure 100% the speculum peat moss from Canada, it is kind of acidic, or other kind of speculum peat moss probably is just neutral. So anyway, if it is true, anyway, speculum peat moss, the pH is kind of like a 3 to 4. It's pretty acidic. So today I'm going to use some the speculum peat moss as a potting mix amendment to make acidic soil for blueberry. You can see here, once I opened, it's kind of like it already dried out. It's a kind of big block right here. It is pretty firm. So actually, I already smashed some peat moss and put a container soaked in water. Let me show you. Okay, this is speculum peat moss. You can see here, I already soaked in water for a while and I already smashed. You can see here, right? It's pretty soft and light. So I'm going to use this one to make my acidic soil for blueberry. Okay, and also check right here. This is kind of wood chips, pretty fine wood chips. So basically, this is organic matter. When they soak it in water, whatever lost, they are going to decompose and release some nutrients, which is very helpful for blueberry. So, and also you can see here, this kind of not just very fine, right? So basically, also it can increase, the improved, aeration, because there's some like a big like a chunk, wood chips. Here I'm going to show you this container. This is my compost. So basically, when the compost, it contains a lot of required organic ingredients, which is very helpful for the plants. So when the compost decompose, they can release carbon dioxide, which can react with water to lower soil pH. So this is one good stuff for blueberry plant. And also, just I mentioned, because compost, it contains all kinds of different organic ingredients, which is very helpful for plants. Meanwhile, I'm going to add a little bit, this kind of potting mix. It is called for palm, citrus, and cactus. So basically, this one you can check out right here. They contain some like a little rock and a lot of sand. Okay, so all this kind of sand, the perlite and a small rock, they can improve the aeration because they can give a little more space for the roots to develop, to grow. So basically, all this kind of stuff, they will not decompose. So all other is organic, organic matters, such as I mentioned this one is kind of like a mulch or wood chips. Okay, first I'd like to put all this, the spherical peat moss right here. You see, a lot. So basically, I told you I already pre-moistened this peat moss. Very light, very good. Basically, these are the main ingredients in my potting mix because it can lower soil pH. And also, I'm going to add some kind of mulch. It's small wood chips. I'm going to mix well. Okay, I'm going to add some potting mix for citrus. Then I'm going to mix. Okay guys, I already prepared my acidic soil. You can take a look at. This is what it looks like. Nice. Okay, first I'm going to put some mulch at the bottom to improve water drainage. Then I'm going to add, I prepared acidic soil. Then I'm going to add some compost. And check out the level. Looks nice. Okay, let's pour out, this blueberry bush from this small container. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit. Oh, kind of very easy to remove it. You see here, kind of peat moss, spherical peat moss right here. So actually it is not small roots right here, some small roots on this side. So I don't think it's kind of like a root bond. Very fine, the roots. But anyway, so basically right now the plant is blooming. So I don't want to, just a scratch here to loosen up the soil. Might be cause some damage to the roots. So I'm going to just directly put this root ball on the top of the acidic soil. Okay, let me put in the middle, right here. So it's perfect. So I'm going to add some more the soil. Okay, right now I'm going to add some slow release fertilizer. Here, this is the fertilizer. I'm going to sprinkle some. And also I have some like this one, slow release fertilizer. I'm just grab some and sprinkle right here. I'm going to add more right here. I have some here. The wood chips, actually this is a packing material for my bare root, the fruits tree. So this is left over. So basically I'm going to put on the top. It's kind of like wood chips to keep the soil moist. Actually this is also organic, the matters. So basically when they decompose. They can also release, the nutrients into the soil and also lower soil pH. So anyway, be careful. The branch is pretty thin, small, and we're almost done. The last step, I'm going to put some mulch on the top. Okay, the last step, I'm going to water my blueberry plants. So basically, I'm not going to use regular tap water to water my blueberry plants directly. I'm going to make some special water to water my blueberry plants. Okay, so I'm going to water my blueberry plants using diluted vinegar. So basically, I'm not use this concentrated vinegar directly. I'm going to dilute it. So basically, as you know, in my previous video talking about hydrangea, I use diluted vinegar to lower soil pH to turn pink hydrangea blue. It is very, very successful. So basically, I have a lot of experience about how to turn pink hydrangea blue. So basically, just use diluted white vinegar. But this time, I'm not going to directly use this concentrated vinegar. I'm going to dilute it. But this is the first time I'm going to water my blueberry plants using diluted white vinegar. So I'm not going to use the exact ratio. Before, I just used 1 cup vinegar in 1 gallon water. But this time, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons in 1 gallon water. So totally, I'm going to, right here, this is 1 bucket. This is 2 gallon water. I'm going to put to this bucket. Okay, 2 gallon water in this 5 gallon bucket. So I'm going to, just as mentioned, 2 tablespoons in 1 gallon water. So I have 2 gallon water. So I'm going to pour 1/4 cup to this 2 gallon water. Something like here, you can see 1/4 cup concentrated white vinegar to this 2 gallon water. So I'm going to mix well. I can smell the vinegar. So this is kind of like a pretty diluted compared with before I used hydrangea. It's 1 cup in 1 gallon water. Okay, it's ready. Okay, so I'm going to water my transplanted blueberry plant. So after I water my blueberry plant, so they can lower soil pH. Okay guys, today I will show you how to make acidic soil, specifically for acid-loving plants, especially for my blueberry plants. If you liked this video, please give a thumb up, like, share, leave comments down below. Later, I'm going to update you guys my blueberry plants. Thanks for watching. See you next time.